Good late morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to High Top Sports Network's special presentation of PIAA Class 2A Girls Varsity Volleyball, the state tournament in the quarterfinal round, and a rematch of the WPIAL semifinals on this same court. Freeport, the number one team in the state in 2A, taking on the Quaker Valley Quakers. My name is Josh Reckengoss. Thanks for tuning in today. Special thanks to our sponsors, as you can see them there on the screen. Tony's Pizza and Cafe, located right across the road there in Sarver, right across the road from the high school. Tony's our scoreboard sponsor this afternoon, so thanks to that wonderful establishment. Great food, great pizza. Just stopped in there last week, actually, had the chicken parm slice, and also had a slice of margarita, and it was very, very good. So highly recommended. Tony's Pizza and Cafe. And also thanks to Rockefeller's Sports Grill right beside Tony's there in South Pike Plaza. Rockefeller's is our player of the match sponsor this afternoon. So we are about to get the starting lineups for the Jackets and the Quakers. As I mentioned, a rematch of the WPIAL semifinals. Freeport took that match in straight sets. And we are about to take a break quickly for the national anthem. Kayla Carnahan will sing. I'll tell you what, Kayla Carnahan is batting 1,000 this year when giving me chills while singing the national anthem. And I looked down into the crowd while Kayla was singing, saw several veterans saluting the flag, a special significance. This day after Veterans Day, we at High Top Sports Network sincerely thank all who have served and all of the members of our armed forces far and wide for their service. Quaker Valley's roster being announced first. What we have seen out of Freeport so far this postseason is just a freight train, a runaway freight train. They have only dropped one set in this entire postseason, WPIAL, and a 3-0 win over Corey on Tuesday night at the Hive in Freeport. High Top Sports Network was at that match, of course, and Freeport came out flying, beat the Beavers 25-10 in the first set. Corey hanging around a little bit in the second set, 25-19, but then in the third, Freeport back to business, took that one 25-12, straight sets match, and I believe our post-game interviews with Coach Phillips, pretty much the whole team, and assistant coach Claire Kreitzer The postgame, I think, took longer than the actual match. So that is how dominant Freeport has been in this postseason. And again, thank you to our sponsors today. Tony's Pizza Cafe, 117 Malone Drive, right across the road from the school there in Sarvert. And Rockefeller Sports Grill right next to Tony's. So thanks for those businesses to jump in and help us cover the broadcast fees so we are able to bring you these state playoff games. Last night on the network, you saw a couple of huge high school football games. These Yellowjackets, 42-6 over West Mifflin. Just a smashing performance by Freeport on their home turf. They move on to the WPIAL semifinals where they will face Bell Vernon next week. And Armstrong fell to McKeesport. That was the other game on High Top Sports Network. So we had got a bevy of awesome games so far this postseason. Hope you've been tuning in. And this one about to get underway. As the team shake hands under the net at center court. And Coach Phillips wearing that lucky yellow hat. I asked him about it finally after the Corey match. He said, what is the significance? And it dates back a long way, actually. I believe 2015 is what Coach Phillips said. So that hat has seen a bunch of wins. And it seems like he's also wearing the black socks from the 2017 state championship team. So I asked him a little bit about his superstitions, and he was very candid. He said, I think if I told you everything that I did, you might think I was crazy. And I said, well, winning doesn't usually equate to crazy. It equates to someone being extremely detail-oriented. And I think that's what a lot of superstitions stem from, is your attention to detail. You notice those little details if something goes right for you, and you want to replicate them. And I think that's what Coach Phillips does all the way down to the socks. So here we go. PIAA Class 2A quarterfinal matchup. Freeport Yellowjackets and Quaker Valley Quakers here on High Top Sports Network. This game also available on the Trib High School Sports Network. High Top Sports Network is an affiliate of the Trib, so they've taken a lot of our football streams this fall and some volleyball matches as well, and it'll be on there again today. So Freeport will begin with service. This is sophomore Elena Whitlinger at the line. First serve of the game, and we are underway. At the net, Sydney Selker blocks it down. Quaker Valley can't pull it out of the net. So first point of this quarterfinal match goes to the Jackets. Whitlinger, good serve again. That's trouble. And going to be an ace for Elena Whitlinger. Good start here for Freeport. No surprise. And I think that's one thing Coach Phillips, despite a 25-10 first set victory against Corey in that first round match, I think he thought they might have started a little flat. So, blocked at the net, but it comes down on Freeport's side. So the first point for the Quakers. And at the service line for Quaker Valley, that'll be number 7, Nora Hammond. Hammond across, there's Soilus. Set from Beach. And it's out. The attack by Dell goes a little bit too long. Dell coming up from that back row. Freeport looking for the tip at the net, no call. So we're tied at 2. Hammond back to the line. Beach going to try and set it up again, this time for Selker. That's off the block. Freeport ready for that. Here's Dell again, just missing long. So Cassidy Dell, uncharacteristic, couple of hitting errors to start for really the catalyst of the Freeport offense, Cassidy Dell. Just a tremendous season for Freeport. A lot of matches where she led the team in kills as well as assists, and that one's long from Helgren. So Freeport missing high and wide right now. not getting up off the court and getting that downward plane on the swing. And that one back to Whitlinger. Bump set from Beach. And just poked across there by Helgren. At the net, blocked by Freeport. And a free ball gets across. Quaker Valley, good save right there. Beach quick set, punched across by Helgren. Tip shot, Freeport ready for it. Beach. Soyless bump set. Here's Dell, a little runner. And a good dig in the back by Hammond. Big swing, but blocked up at the net by Helgren and Dell. I was going to say both of them, but I ended up saying Bell. Cassidy Dell, of course. But she was in the area, but I think Helgren got the most of that block. Excuse me, I had that score backwards. And Ava Soyless now to the service line for Freeport. Soyless puts it across. Dell, quick set. Josie Russo, a kill. And if that play gets rolling, it's going to be a long day, as it has been for all of Freeport's opponents in the postseason. That quick set from Dell to Russo in the middle. And Russo, you got to give her credit because that set goes up there quick, but she surveys before she goes up and knows exactly where she wants to put it. Highly accurate with that quick set attack. Soyless, good serve there. Oh, that tip to the back. Good save by Whitlinger. Free ball by Soyless, gets across. Quaker Valley going to play it. And into the net, coming up short there was Caitlin Clark. So Jackets are back in the lead. Early in this one, first set, PIAA Class 2A quarterfinals. Thanks to Tony's Pizza and Cafe in Sarver, today's scoreboard sponsor. Oh, an ace there by Soyless. Hammond took a step back. Little miscommunication by the Quakers. So now we're up 6-4, and that's how quickly Freeport can turn it around, down 4-2. And just like that, 4 points unanswered. And again, great from the service line, Ava Soyless, another ace. And that's what I've commented upon it numerous times throughout this postseason as High Top Sports Network has followed the Jackets through the WPIL playoffs and also here through the first 2 matches in states. And they just go on these long runs, and you can never really slow them down, though. A kill right there will slow them down. Amelia McDonald. But, you know, right there, that was a 5-0 run for Freeport before Quaker Valley was able to slow it down. Too long there. That was McDonald, and an attack error sends the ball back to Freeport, side out. That's going to put Cassidy Dell at the line for her first trip. Poked across to the back row. Dell up front. There's Russo again. Quick set pounded into the court by Josie Russo. Boy, it's really fun to watch the way this Freeport team passes the ball, especially on those quick sets. Oh, into the net. Service error by Dell right there. And Coach Phillips and I spoke at length before that Corey match about being efficient from the service line, not giving away points at the service line. And he said, you know, we served 92% in that WPIL championship match against Shenango. Here's Selker. And you're serving 92% as that kill is knocked down by McDonald through the block. You're serving 92% in a match. Pretty good chance you're going to come out victorious. And he said, you know, what we can do is take care of the ball when it's on our side of the court. And Freeport generally does that extremely well. Quick set again, Russo. And I mean, it's just automatic. And she's going to that back near corner 2 out of the 3 times that has worked for a kill. So this will put Sydney Selker on the line for the Jackets. Selker across, tipped up. Oh, good swing by the lefty, Annika Cagle, but just too long right there. So Cagle on that far side. Dan Selker over. Oh, a little misplay by the libero, but looks like Quaker Valley's going to be able to keep it in. Nora Hammond able to get there and save it. We'll run her across. Selker comes up from the back row. Good dig. Oh, and they're going to get a double hit right there on Dell. She was kind of floating across a little bit and ends up taking the violation. 11-8. Freeport up. McDonald at the line and into the net. Service error. So the ball back to Freeport. Grace Beach, the southpaw, sends it over. Tip shot, ready for it was Dell. Bump set by Selker, going to set up Whitlinger. And into the net. Violation on Quaker Valley. So the point goes to Freeport. 13-8 Jackets up now. Dell. In the middle there, running the show. And Beach back to the service line. Oh, a little lob serve there, but coming up to play it was Hannah Lubert, the libero. Nice dig. That's going to set up Whitlinger. She tries to one-hand push it. Oh, a nice play by Vanessa Pickett as she was kind of on the move, kind of slapped it back against the grain with the right hand and drops it in for a point. Jump serve across from Karwowski. At the net. Oh, that one came up short. Yeah, they're going to get him on 4 hits. I thought Cagle's attack went into the net with no contact by a Freeport player, and that was the call. 4 hits. Leah Schreckengoss to the line. Good serve there by Schreckengoss. And a little drop as it went off of Hammond and Pickett came up, but she couldn't get to it in time. And a timeout taken by Quaker Valley head coach Mike Vavrek. So while we have a chance, let's thank some of our awesome sponsors here on High Top Sports Network. Steffi's Country Catering.
Steffi's Country Catering prepares home-style made-from-scratch dishes that will have you convinced Mom made it. Whatever the occasion, Steffi's Country Catering will have you coming back for every event year-round. Find us on Facebook to place an order or to see our Sunday specials, or call 724-54-85047.
Welcome back to High Top Sports Network. My name is Josh Schreckengoss. Thanks so much for tuning in this Saturday afternoon, although when I came on the air, it still was technically the morning, but we are past the noon hour right now. So thank you for joining me this afternoon on High Top Sports Network, our presentation of PIAA Class 2A quarterfinal girls varsity volleyball, the state tournament. It's win or go home right now. And the winner will advance to the state semifinals. Freeport up right now 15-9. That one's into the net. Service error by Schreckengoss. So coach's point for Quaker Valley's Mike Vavrek out of the timeout. Freeport serve comes up short. And to the line for Quaker Valley, it's Shayna Kennard. Big swing, but into the net, so Dell up short. She has kind of been a little bit off so far in this first set. Some attack errors, uncharacteristic, a service error as well, and a double hit violation. So Cassidy Dell A little bit off to start this match, but I wouldn't be surprised if she gets it going quickly. And once she locks in, look out, because she really is the engine of this Ferrari of an offense that is the Freeport Yellowjackets. And when they get rolling, they're hard to catch, kind of like a Ferrari. Big swing, but Whitlinger there in the back row. Back set there by Beach. Dell took a swing, but dug out by the Quakers. Sydney Selker going to get a big swing, but blocked up after that. Good defense by QV. And that one Helgren knocked back from Pickett. Good rally here, but the pass from Whitlinger goes over. Helgren couldn't get it to a setter right there, so 0.1 by Quaker Valley. 17-11 Jackets lead the Quakers here. First set at North Allegheny High School. Great facilities here at North Allegheny. Oh, free ball, and Helgren just waited to the very last second and put a little too much on that, poked it across. 17-12 now. Nora Hammond off the tape and off of Soilus for an ace. So Hammond continuing the QV run right now. Quakers back within 4 points first set. As mentioned, these teams obviously familiar with one another. Just played a couple of weeks ago. And just a bit too long there from Nora Hammond. Service error. Out of bounds. Side out Freeport. But you saw Coach Phillips and Coach Vavrak a mutually respectful embrace before this match began. Obviously a lot of respect for one another and these programs. You get to this point. Selker, free ball. At the net. Oh, and it's in. Good kill in the middle by Lacey Alf. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. Maybe that wasn't her. Sorry. Can't see the number. A lot of ponytails. Oh, I'm sorry. I believe that was Caitlin Clark in the middle there. 9 looked like a 5, if you can believe it. There's Russo again. Same spot. Josie Russo. And she has been right on the mark so far in this first set. Don't believe she has a hitting error. And I think that's up to 5 kills for Russo so far in this first set. And they've got her numerous times off that quick set right there. Same deal. And Russo able to knock it down. Oh, Dell. Soilus has to bump set it. Then Schreckengost just put it across. Free ball. Big swing, but too long. And they're asking for the tip. Was there a deflection? No. Quaker Valley will not get the point. Each and every one of the girls on the Quaker side of the court looking up, kind of making that rubbing like the money symbol. Looking for that contact, but officials say no. And that one blocked down, and it rides the tape across and lands out of bounds. So side out to the Quakers. Pickett will send it. Just too long right there. Maybe a foot long. So 21-15. Selker to the line here for the Jackets. Oh, blocked at the net. Lubert can't get it up over. So good D there by Freeport. Selker across. Lubert. Here's Pickett. Quick set. And Soilus can't play it forward. Good effort by Soilus, but the quick set attack works right there for Quaker Valley. Catherine Karwoski with the kill. Amelia McDonald. Jump serve. Oh, Whitlinger. Tough play right there, but Schreckengost able to get a swing on it, and it drops in the back row. 23-16 now. Freeport inching closer to taking that first set. Beach, southpaw, sends it. Pickett at the net, can't do anything with it. And we are at set point here in set number 1. Beach trying to end it for her team. Good serve there by Beach. Lubert to Pickett. Oh, a big kill by the lefty on QV side. Annika Cagle puts it down off the block, so the Quakers stay alive for another point. Jump serve into the net, and that will do it. The service error ends it. Karwoski comes up short, 25-17 Freeport in set number 1. And just same old for the Jackets, taking care of business. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to ask Tom Phillips about this in the postgame. I'm going to see what he thought of that first set, because just having seen so many Freeport matches this year, I thought that they were playing flat. And I think Dell in particular struggled a little bit in that set. But that's just how good and how deep this Freeport team is, that even when Cassidy Dell is struggling a little bit, the rest of the team can pick her up and still put up an 8-point victory in a set over a quality opponent like Quaker Valley. So we have to make a mental note to talk to Tom Phillips about that. And thanks again to Tony's Pizza and Cafe, our scoreboard sponsor this afternoon. And thanks also to Dr. Bert Hepner, Armstrong Orthopedics, up at Armstrong County Memorial Hospital. Thanks to Douglas Insurance Services, right up the road from the school, right up the road from Freeport, that is. Thanks to Armstrong County Memorial Hospital Concussion Care Clinic, as well as Steffi's Country Catering, and Rockefeller's, our player of the match sponsor. All great business establishments, all great business practices. And we appreciate their support. So just about a minute until set number 2 gets underway. And we thank everyone that tuned in last night. A ton of views on the network. We see you folks out there. Appreciate all the support and appreciate those who donated. There were several donations. You might have seen that little green donate button on the screen right when the stream came up on our website. A lot of people smashed that donate button last night, so much appreciated. It was always very thoughtful, and I like when folks enter their information because, you know, maybe I see them at a game and, you know, I never want to say anybody's name on the air to embarrass them for being generous, but some people don't like that publicity whenever they do something nice for somebody else. But we see you out there, and we appreciate you, and we thank all who donated last night. A big night, as I said, a couple of huge WPIAL football playoff games. Freeport defeating West Mifflin, and Armstrong falling to McKeesport. So the Riverhawks are done. Jackets still alive, and set number 2 is alive. We are underway. Oh, they're going to get Beach for the double hit. So the first point of this set goes to Quaker Valley. And pick it across. Well, Beach with that quick set right there to Helgren, but a good dig in the back row by Hammond. Going to get a chance here. Beach, back set. Blocked at the net. Whitlinger is kind of a little bit behind her, and she tried to swing back, but a great block at the net by McDonald. 2-0 now. Quaker Valley is up. Oh, again they got Beach for the double hit, so whistled twice in the first 3 points. Don't see that often out of either of the Freeport setters, Beach or Dell, and they've both been whistled for it this afternoon. Good push there by Beach on the second shot. Lubert couldn't handle it, so side out to the Jackets. Elena Whitlinger at the service line. Oh, good serve. Lubert plays it, and they're going to have to pop a free ball across, which Pickett does. Beach setting up Selker. Big swing by Sydney Selker and a kill for the Jackets. Sydney Selker can really get off the floor, and that's a big swing from her powerful right arm. Standout pitcher on the diamond for the Jackets softball team. Standout player, really, too. She can swing the bat. She can get up off the floor, as can Annika Cagle, but Cagle misses right there. Whitlinger will serve again, all tied up at 3 apiece. Pickett at the net. She's going to get called for a lift right there. Actually, over the net. So Freeport, after going down 3-0, storm right back, 4 straight points for the Yellowjackets. Whitlinger, good serve right there. Lubert dives for it. That'll be an ace for Elena Whitlinger. And those Jackets, a team of runs, that's for sure. They really don't allow extended runs from the opposition, and they themselves are capable of going on 10, 12-point runs before they're stopped. And that one just out. Whitlinger tried to go over the back row right there, but Hammond wisely doesn't play it. And that'll send McDonald to the line. Little jump serve from McDonald. Beach, good bump set over her head back into the middle of the court. Tip shot blocked and blocked out of bounds by Dell. So we're tied again at 5 apiece. Second set here, PIAA 2A quarterfinals on High Top Sports Network. Again, this game can be found on the Trib High School Sports Network as well. Don't know where you're watching us from, but hopefully you are watching, because this should be a good one. Rematch of the WPIAL semifinals. Oh, Pickett trying to back set, but coming up was Cagle, and don't think Cagle was expecting it right there, so. Ava Soilis. Oh my, the high pop serve. Cagle, big swing off of Soilis for the point. Quick set, Russo. Another kill for Josie Russo off the quick set. And she's finding this near back corner here repeatedly. Jump serve there by Dell. Oh, wow, Josie Russo anticipating it perfectly. She saw exactly where Hammond was going to try and just poke that across. Went up there, listed at 6 feet, obviously a big wingspan. And Russo was right at the net, great anticipation, and blocks it down for the kill. Soilis going to set up Selker, and she goes off the block of Caitlin Clark and down. Boy, I've been doing a lot of talking the past couple of days for that football game last night and then this morning for this match. So, got to keep the vocal cords lubricated. I got a coffee and a water. I don't think coffee is the best choice. Good save there by Freeport. Schreckengoss puts it across. There's Clark blocked up. Dive attempt at a dig by Dell, but it falls. Oh, that one drops in front of a sliding Soilus. Tried to get there, just could not. Well, Dell with a quick set to Russo right there and was looking to see if that would be the first time Quaker Valley was actually able to stop it. But they cannot as Russo picks up another kill. Well, point after the double hit violation called against Quaker Valley goes to the Jackets. Selker sends it across. Gonna get a chance here, but Russo again with the block. Soilus diving for it with the left hand, but it ends up dropping. Kill right there for Nora Hammond. So Quaker Valley hanging around 11-9 in set number 2. Hammond will serve. Too long. She's missed a couple times long for service errors. And that's another reason why teams cannot really extend runs against Freeport. They are so good at knowing exactly where that serve is going to come down. And to let it go long if need be. Beach sends it. Oh man, McDonald missed that one. Just a little bit. Maybe hit it off the top of her hand. It made a different sound right there. Not like she got the full force of her palm on it. Maybe just hit it off the top, maybe the fingers, because it kind of sailed on her. There's Whitlinger, and it drops. Perfectly placed by Whitlinger. Lubert was kind of leaning the other way. And Whitlinger finds it, and Coach Mike Babrek takes another timeout. So while we have a timeout, let's thank another great sponsor, shall we? And that is ACMH Concussion Care Clinic. Innovative, state-of-the-art way to treat concussions. Obviously, those happen in sports. I myself have suffered. maybe that was the concussion coming out while I was talking about it. I myself have suffered concussions while playing sports, and the treatment for it back in the mid to late 90s, obviously not as advanced as it is these days. And in our area, that's a state-of-the-art concussion care center, acmh.org/concussion-care. Check them out. Tons of great information and really caring people with innovative treatments. You know, this area, the Pittsburgh area and surrounding area, really on the forefront of treatment of concussions in sports. So feel free to check them out for more information. That's a double hit violation on Shayna Kennard. Oh, excuse me. I miscalled that one. The whistle went, and I just immediately looked down to change the score, but it was actually against Freeport. Quick set, and Helgren, the beneficiary of a nice set by Dell that time on the quick strike. That's going to send Leah Schreckengoss to the line. Number 25 for the Jackets, Leah Schreckengoss, getting ready to serve. Jump serve, good placement. But nice play there by McDonald. Pickett just pushes it across. Dell with a chance off the block. Oh, and down off the block was McDonald. Oh, net in the net. And Coach Vavrick does not like it. Really unhappy with that call, as McDonald would have had a kill. But instead, the point goes the other way due to the net violation by the Quakers. Schreckengoss, another good serve. Hammond there for it. Just have to send it over from the back row. Bump set by Selker. Going to have to be a little running tip by Dell with the left hand. Somehow got it across. Beach. Good push by Beach. Lubert dives for it. And the Quakers can't save it. So Beach, again, good placement on that second hit shot right there. That push, that two-handed push across. And it falls in that dead spot of the Quakers defense. And down for the point. So right now, Freeport has opened up a 7-point lead, and it's just as quiet as can be how they opened it up. And stopping the run right there was Catherine Karwoski. Well, you know, this set feels a lot closer than a 6-point advantage for Freeport, but off the tape, Pickett gets it across. Here's Dell. Lubert off of her and out of the net, but unable to make it over. Quakers surrender another point. That's going to send Whitlinger to the line. Big swing by McDonald, blocked up and able to be played by the Jackets. Here's Selker. The one-handed tip over the block. Almost like a tip push. I don't even know how to describe it. It is a push, but she's jumping into it. She gets it over the block right there and finds a little soft spot in the zone to drop it in. Whitlinger, off the tape, somehow gets it across. When she hit that, I didn't think it was going. Annika Cagle, big side out there for the Quakers. She records the kill. No noisemakers during the serve. That one called out by the scorer's table down there. No distractions allowed during service. There's Dell. Off the line judge, but out of bounds. So that'll make it 19-13. Jackets still on top. McDonald jump serve. There's Soilus. Tried to push it forward to Beach, but played it a little too strong. Did Ava Soilus. McDonald jump serve again right at Soilus. This time bumps it. Here's Selker. Good swing by Sydney Selker, but somehow the Quakers able to pop it back over the net. Here's Selker again. McDonald ready for it. There's Dell at the net, and she'll get the kill. Dell played it perfectly. As Russo checks back in for Beach. And Soilus heading to the line for the Jackets. Soilus jump serve, Lubert. There's Pickett. Hammond takes a swing. Schreckengoss there with the dig. Here's Selker, but she comes up short. Attack error into the net. So Freeport just not playing their normally crisp hitting game on the offensive side right now. Really, I don't think I've seen them make as many attack errors in a match as I have today. Russo misses right there, so on cue, I spoke that one into existence. But still, they're so good, they're able to still stay in front, though Quaker Valley is making a nice run here. Cut it down to a 4-point Freeport lead. Jump serve by Karwoski. Here's Silker. That one, oh, they can't get it out of the net. So the big swing by Selker ends up working for the Jackets. Cassidy Dell to the line right now. Back row attack. Nice swing in the back row by Whitlinger. Boy, she put some sauce on that one. Elena Whitlinger really unloaded on that back row attack and off the Quaker Valley defender and off the back wall here. Way up the back wall. And Coach Vavreck will take another timeout. I'd like to thank Rockefeller's Sports Grill, our player of the match sponsor this afternoon. I got to tell you, right now, the early leader in the clubhouse is Josie Russo. She's been really efficient on the attack, playing great defense as always. She's really strong in the middle. But we'll see how it plays out, thanks to Rockefeller's Sports Grill, right across the street from Freeport Area High School. Great place to watch a game, get a meal. It's good atmosphere in Rockefeller's, like that place a lot. So thanks to them for being our player of the match sponsor. And out of the timeout, Freeport 3 points away from taking a 2-0 lead. And Cassidy Dell at the line. Dell jump serve. Oh, nicely placed. And Lubert can't send it across, so that'll end up being an ace for Cassidy Dell. Another service point picked up by Freeport. Their serves, across the rotation, really tough to handle. They're a really good serving team. And another one will work for Cassidy Dell. So we are at set point here in set number 2. Thanks for watching High Top Sports Network, covering these Freeport Jackets, hopefully up to the state championship game. We'll see. Dell, another perfect serve. Got up into McDonald, and somehow Quaker Valley able to save it. Here's the quick set to Russo, And it works to perfection once more. Josie Russo, the set-ending kill. Freeport took the first one, 25-17. Second set, 25-16 for the Jackets. And now just one set away from moving on to the PIAA semifinals for the second straight year. Last year, the Jackets in 3A won the WPIAL championship, made it to the semis where they met Hampton for the third time of the year. And Hampton, who they had defeated in the WPIAL championship game, came back and bit them in the semifinals. So I was speaking to someone here earlier, one of the gentlemen from the PIAA, and I said, we've been covering this Freeport team. I said, it looks to be like they're on a mission. And he goes, well, yeah, they're used to it. I said, yeah, but I think last year might have left kind of a sour taste in these girls' mouths, having to play Hampton 3 times. You beat them in the WPIALs, and then they get you in the state tournament. I mean, that's got to grind your gears a little bit because it's a team you can beat, you have beaten. And so, they might be used to it, being in the state playoffs 11 out of the last 13 years here under Coach Phillips, 18 straight section championships, 7 WPIAL titles since 2010, and a state title in 2017. Yeah, they may be used to it. But I'll tell you what, nothing more motivating than a loss when you're deep into the state playoffs. Different classification, yeah, I know. But these girls are on a mission. I spoke with Cassidy Dell and Ava Soilis after the WPIAL semifinals. And I said, look, I know you don't want to look ahead. Of course, the goal is to win the WPIAL, blah, blah, blah. And Cassidy Dell told me, look, she and the other seniors, along with Ava, of course, a senior, got out a whiteboard at the beginning of the season. And all the seniors got together and wrote down their goals for the season. And every one of them wrote down WPIAL champs, state champs. And I mean, those are lofty expectations, of course. But when you're in a program, you know, with just an absolute volleyball guru like Tom Phillips, he's been doing it forever. And he knows the game. And when he explains it to me, it just feels like, you know, he's like a Jedi master when he talks about it. It's just a different level of knowledge and a different level of understanding the talent he has on the court. You know, you got Cassidy Dell. She's listed as your starting setter, yet when Beach is in the game playing that second setter position, Dell rotates to outside hitter. And I mean, she can lead your team in kills on a given night, and some, you know, quite often she does. So that is understandable that the seniors on this team said, look, our goals for the year, it's not just to win the section. Of course, that's one of them. It's not just to go deep in the playoffs. It's to win championships. And so far, they've gotten that WPIAL championship, looking to add another state title banner to the Hive. But first, got to finish off Quaker Valley here and trying to do it in straight sets for the second time this postseason. Well, here we go. Set number 3, Elena Whitlinger across. Good serve. It's just kind of bouncing around at the net right there. So Freeport a chance to set up. There's Dell pushing it all the way to the back. Quaker Valley gets to it. Oh, and Whitlinger at the very last second tried to pull back on that swing from McDonald. She thought it's going long. It probably was, but couldn't get out of the way. So first point to the Quakers. Here's Beach setting up Dell in the middle. Cassidy Dell with the kill. So quickly side out back to Freeport. Ava Soilis going to head to the line. Soilis capable of going on a run from the service line. We've seen it several times this postseason. Oh, nice swing. And a big kill there by Annika Cagle. Wow. She is a weapon. That lefty outside hitter for the Quakers. Annika Cagle, 5'9" junior. Dell sets up Russo. Finally, Quaker Valley able to stop it as Cagle gets in there and blocks it. So that is the first time, you know, aside from an attack error, I believe, on Russo on that quick set, that the Quaker Valley's been able to block it and stop it, but a service error right there. And those are the mistakes you got to minimize when you're playing the #1 team in the state. Well, Freeport has been consistently ranked near the top of the state rankings all year long and entered this tournament as the #1 team in the state. Here, Silker, and she'll get the kill to tie it back up at 3 apiece. I asked Coach Phillips also about rankings and about, you know, do his girls pay attention to that stuff? And he said, look, you know, I know my girls read social media. I know they talk to people. I know people are in their ear saying, oh, well, you guys are the best in the state. And he said, but when they walk in that gym, they don't think about any of that stuff. They are focused And he said, you know, a lot of times in practice, I have to hold them back because they're approaching practice like a game as that attack error from Cagle goes long. And as they attack a practice like a game, he said, boy, I don't want to get anybody hurt. I have to, you know, kind of pull the reins back and slow these girls down. They are that dedicated. So really the outside noise of rankings and, you know, who they should beat and if they should beat this, or, you know, oh, will they face this team or can they handle this team? You know, his girls really don't pay any attention to that outside noise. Cagle, good swing and a kill. So Quaker Valley trying to get Annika Cagle going, and she's had a good start to this third set. Coach Vavrek shouting out instructions to his front row. Serve across there by Karwoski, and quick set Russo. She bangs it home. Josie Russo again called her name multiple times this evening on that exact same play. Josie Russo pretty much unstoppable in the middle for the Jackets. Selker sends it across. Back row attack, too long. No contact at the net. And Selker getting ready to play it over. She does. Cagle. Oh, and Selker tried to dig it, but Cagle gets another kill. So Annika Cagle, out of the 5 Quaker Valley points in this first set, she's got 3 kills and takes a seat right there as Shayna Kennard rotates in to serve for the Quakers. Kennard puts it over. There's Soilus. Dell going to get a chance. Quick set Russo. It drops. Pickett's tried to save it, but unable to play it back forward are the Quakers. So another kill, Josie Russo. She takes a break. High five there with her teammate, Ava Soilus. Beach with her serve. Helgren. Well, Schreckengoss just poked it across. Hammond blocked up at the net. Beach. Dell setting up Whitlinger, and it's off Lubert and down. So kill for Elena Whitlinger. Grace Beach back to the line. And a swing by Schreckengoss. Good diving dig in the back row there by McDonald. Dell setting up Schreckengoss again. She comes up short into the tape. So attack error right there on the Jackets. To the line now for Quaker Valley is Nora Hammond. Back set by Dell. Oh, Schreckengoss into the block. Then McDonald blocked it out of bounds. So side out, and once again, Freeport not allowing a run by Quaker Valley, and that's what makes them so good. They never let teams get going. And they have done a tremendous job of just squeezing off any type of, you know, run by the Quakers today. Oh, and miscommunication there, a little. Those balls are weird, you know, that get deflected across. You bump into a teammate, then somebody's kind of out of position, and that one will fall in. So Quaker Valley catching a break, getting a point right there. Beach sets up Dell right there, blocked back. Here's Dell again, going to take a swing. Beach, quick set. There's Helgren, but Hammond ready for it on the dig. Pickett just puts it over. Selker. Beach back set. Here's Whitlinger off the block and played up again. Free ball sent across by Beach. Good D on this rally by Quaker Valley, but a really nice dig by Soilus right there. Here's Dell. Ball at the net. Helgren jousting for it and into the net for the violation is Shayna Kennard. So that point, hard fought, but Freeport comes up with it. Sent across there by Whitlinger. 11-7, Freeport leads in the third set. Took the first two sets. Trying to close out this match and move on to the state semifinals. And Dell goes off the block of McDonald and out of bounds again. So that's one thing. I kind of think that Dell was really calculating on that particular swing because she didn't take a full swing. Just kind of looked at the way McDonald's hands were facing and just kind of smacked it off there. Oh, service error by Whitlinger. So giving the ball back to the Quakers. And that's going to send Pickett to the line for Quaker Valley. There's Selker, Lubert. Oh man, big swing, but a good dig in the back row. And there's Whitlinger on the back row attack, which misses near side. Man, that'll bring Quaker Valley back to within 3 points. 12-9, Vanessa Pickett on the line for the Quakers. Back row attack by Whitlinger, just a little tip over the net. When she hit that ball originally, I thought it was going to come up short, but it just gets over and drops side out. Freeport, Soilus to the line. What a nicely placed shot by Elena Whitlinger. Soilus gets her serve across. Cagle comes up short right there. Swing and a little bit of a miss. She had a good approach. Got off the ground, took a big swing, just didn't catch it clean. Annika Cagle has been a weapon so far in this third set for the Quakers, but Freeport back up 5. Soilus, good serve there into Hammond. Pickett runs it down. Here's Cagle. Nice dig in the back row by Whitlinger. Selker, push it across. Good rally started up here. McDonald, Soilus with the dig. Back row attack Whitlinger. Lubert, a nice dig there for Quaker Valley. Little running lefty tip, and it goes off of Russo's back. 4 hits for the Jackets. So a nice rally on that point, but the Quakers able to come up with it. Here's McDonald. Quick set, Russo blocked back. And a double hit violation as that one got blocked down in the middle. Nice play there by Quaker Valley to shut down that attack by Russo. Oh, a double hit on Dell. That violation will bring Quaker Valley to within 2 points here in set number 3. Fighting back, they were down 5. And Dell trying the lefty tip shot on 2. Dell sends it across there. Selker. And into the net again, Quaker Valley. So a little break there for the Jackets. Seemed like Quaker Valley was picking up some momentum, but a net violation ends there. A little bit of a mini run. Ooh, big swing. Good hustle. Can Selker get it across? She does. Wow. What a save by Freeport. Cagle blocked up. Soilus saves it. Now, tip shot. Unbelievable. Freeport is really never giving up. Bump set by Soilus to Selker. And she will hammer home the kill. Dell setting up Selker again. Oh, Selker, she tried to really power that one down, but came up short into the net. Karwoski sends it over. Oh, Schreckengoss will get the kill off the block. Selker going to serve now. Pickett trying to get the setup to Clark right there. The ball played back, but Quaker Valley unable to find it. And a timeout taken. Well, apologies for the dead air right there, folks. I had to dig around my bag and find that water bottle. The voice was drying out there on that last point. I really felt it. So apologies for the dead air, but thanks to our sponsors, Tony's Pizza and Cafe in Sarver. And I was trying to think last night whenever I was talking about Tony's, because they also sponsored our coverage of the Freeport football game. And the last time I went in, he had it was like a barbecue chicken flatbread, but it just, I don't know, the combination of the sauce, the barbecue sauce, the chicken, the cheese, and then it was like a white sauce underneath. Oh man, it was tremendous. So check out the flatbreads too at Tony's. Good hustle by Dell, but can't get it all the way back there. That's a long way to go for Cassidy Dell. So 18-14 now. Freeport in front. Up 2-0 over Quaker Valley. And that is Kennard. Good serve there by Kennard. Oh, Whitlinger blocked down at the net. I think she was anticipating maybe a tip shot right there, but couldn't get it over. So that sends the ball back to Kennard. Runner there by Schreckengoss. It's going to fall in the back corner. Schreckengoss can't believe it. Because that bump set was behind her. She had to kind of run and take an angle to it and just smacked at it, trying to keep it in. And it gets over the Quaker Valley back line and falls right in on that near corner. Here's Grace Beach. Just gets it over the net. Lubert has to come up diving. Free ball sent across by Hammond, and it's out. So a great serve there by Beach. Set that whole thing in motion. So now Freeport, they reach 21st in this third set. Oh, Beach into the net. Service error. So I'm definitely going to have some questions for Coach Phillips. Wonder if the early start time has anything to do with it. I mean, look, you're getting pretty critical with a fine-tooth comb to try and find mistakes. And, a team that's winning as consistently, and that's off the quick set. Helgren, the beneficiary that time, winning as consistently as Freeport. But, Coach Phillips, he said to me after that WPIAA championship game, they dropped their only set of the postseason, the first set in that match to Shenango. And he said his girls came to him in practice the next day and said, you know what, Coach, we can play better. Oh, good hustle there by Schreckengoss, but a nice placement on that tip by McDonald. So Caitlin Clark going to serve it up here for the Quakers. Beach, quick set, Helgren, kill. I mean, it's as close to automatic as you can get whether it is Hadley Helgren or Josie Russo, who has done most of the damage in that middle this afternoon. Soyless ready for that tip, but puts it too close to the net. Beach can't do anything with it. So side out. Quakers hanging around. Vanessa Pickett going to serve it up right now for Quaker Valley. Right over the net. Soyless there. Beach setting up Whitlinger for the back row attack, but it's out of bounds. So again, Quaker Valley scratching and clawing, finding a little bit of offense here. Freeport making a couple of mistakes, helping out the Quakers. Beach, the two-handed push. Does it work again? It does. And she just catches the opposing team off guard with that shot. As Helgren checks out, Beach checks out. And Russo back into the game. Soyless, good serve, sends it across. Cagle, free ball here coming. Pickett sets up Cagle and a kill for Annika Cagle. She has been electric in this third set for the Quakers. Molly McDonald to the service line, 23-20. Freeport in front, quick set. Russo, Lubert able to save it. Free ball across, passing forward, taking a swing on two was Dell. Here's Cagle, tip shot, blocked up. Soyless. And now another free ball, so Quaker Valley kind of controlling this rally a little bit. Big swing, Russo in the middle with a block on Karwoski. Great rally here on this point. Here's Silker, tip shot, diving save by McDonald. Selker off the block. Cagle, big swing, Shrekengoff at the net. Wow, unbelievable rally here. Gonna have to hit a runner back across was Dell. Lubert tried to set up a back row attack just to push across. Here's Dell to Russo and a nice diving dig by McDonald into the net. Hammond saves it. Wow, nobody wants to give up this point. Critical point. Whitlinger just a tip across right at the net. Jousting. And somehow Quaker Valley saves it. Here's Dell. She can't do it. Pickett with the dig. This might be the longest point I've seen all season. Selker, and she bangs it home. Sydney Selker with a huge kill. 24-20. Freeport at match point, trying to advance to the state semifinals for the second straight season. Cassidy Dell at the line, jump serve across. Cagle with the swing, and what a dig by Dell in the back row. Whitlinger sends it across. Lubert, here's Pickett. Just a push, another tip across. Can Shrekengoff get there? And it's off the antenna, so Quaker Valley stays alive for one more point. Heading to the line is Karwoski. 24-21 Jackets trying to put the Quakers away. Quick set, Russo, tip shot. Quaker Valley ready for it. Here's Cagle. Back row attack, Whitlinger, big swing, and that'll be it! Elena Whitlinger with the kill gives Freeport a 25-21 win in set number 3 and sends the Yellowjackets back to the PIAA semifinals. Wow, what a victory for head coach Tom Phillips and his team. And give credit to Quaker Valley. They gave everything they had in that third set, fighting, scrapping, clawing, diving, doing everything they possibly could to try and extend this match after going down 2-0. But you know what? Those Freeport Yellowjackets, they are just that good. And they advance once more in the state tournament. Just an incredible run this season for Coach Phillips' team. And I've been privileged to be along for the ride this year. And I'll tell you what, it's really exciting. I mean, you got Whitlinger there and getting that back row kill, and she kind of just, it looked more like a sigh of relief instead of a celebration. Because I'll tell you what, I know that, like I said, in the third set, it's really hard to be critical when you're winning like this. But I don't think Freeport played their best match, and I guarantee Coach Phillips, he's going to say the same thing, which means that this team has another gear. They can get better. And I think not only does Coach Phillips expect this team to get better, I think the girls themselves really hold themselves to a high standard. And they're looking at this as like, well, you know, we didn't play that great today. A lot more attack errors, a lot more service errors you saw, ball handling errors. I mean, it's just really uncharacteristic stuff for the Jackets. But guess what? Still a 3-0 victory over a really scrappy Quaker Valley team. And so, Coach Phillips talking to the squad. Freeport going to face the winner of Phillipsburg, Osceola, and Shenango. So we could see a rematch of the WPIAL championship game in the PIAA semifinals. Should Shenango get past District 6 champion Phillipsburg, Osceola. That game coming up this afternoon at St. Mary's High School, 2 p.m. So we're going to have to wait a little bit to find out if Shenango can meet Freeport once again in the postseason. And right now, it is time to award our Rockefeller's Sports Grill Player of the Match, and I'm giving it to junior Josie Russo. I really thought that she was a game-changing presence today. We'll talk to Coach Phillips a little bit about that once he scales the mountain of bleachers upon which I am atop. Everybody, you know, you gotta wait a few minutes for Coach Phillips. He's talking. I see him down there with the, well, you used to be print media. I mean, there's still print media, but mostly everything's online these days. He's talking to a couple reporters down there, I think from the Butler Eagle and the Trib. So Coach Phillips, you know, he'll be up here. He knows where I'm at. I was the first person in the gym today here at North Allegheny. And guess who the second person was? Tom Phillips. I got here a little bit early just in case, you know, you want to get there, get set up, get comfortable, make sure everything's ready to rock and roll. And I was the first person in the gym. And as I was setting up, Coach Phillips yelled up to me, "How you doing today, Josh?" I said, "I'm pretty good, Coach. How are you?" And he said, "Doing all right." So I'm sure he's doing a little bit better about hour and a half later. Well, more than that, I guess, two and a half hours later. And our Rockefeller's Sports Grill Player of the Match, Josie Russo. She is going to get a $25 gift card to Rockefeller's as soon as I go to Rockefeller's and pick it up, which I was supposed to do yesterday. But, you know, on a football Friday, things just get insanely busy for us here at High Top Sports Network. As you guys know, well, as most of you know out there, that we are the official content provider of the Leader Times. And, you know, you get newspaper stuff, you get phone calls, you get this, you get that. You're trying to get everything sorted out and ready for football. And the time just will sometimes get away from you. And that's sort of what happened yesterday to me, and I didn't get down to Rockefeller's, but they are well aware that I will be there, and also will be picking up that gift card to give to Josie. Well, a little bit of a recap here in this one. Uh, 3-0. Freeport just messing with some cameras right now. Want to get Coach Phillips on camera when he comes up here, so messing with some cameras while I'm talking. But as I said, a little recap here. 3-0 victory for the Jackets. And not their typical, I don't think they were as dominant tonight as they were against Corey. The scores kind of suggest that just by, simple addition. They gave up more points tonight than they did against Corey. But I feel like they were more crisp against the Beavers in that first round match. But tonight, still that shows that these girls really share the collective heart of a champion. 25-17, 25-16, and 25-21. They hold off Quaker Valley and advance to the state semis for the second straight year. But really, I thought tonight, so used to saying tonight because that's when we do the majority of our broadcasts. But this afternoon, Freeport just found a way. And like I said, I thought Cassidy Dell struggled a little bit in the first set. She came back on in the next two sets. But in that first set, her teammates, that's how deep this team is. That's how talented and disciplined this team is. They are able to, pick each other up. And keep it going. Just keep the machine moving. That's what Freeport does so well. Whether it's Whitlinger or whether it's Russo in the middle, or, they find whatever's working and they keep pounding upon that until, until it clicks in. Hey, Sid. Here, we'll sit here. We're going to get Sydney Selker. She's going to come on first tonight. Let's get her on camera here, maybe. Yeah, there she is. Throw that headset on, Sid. Turn you up there. And I'll just adjust this 1 second. All right, Sid, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, I can hear you. Great. Hey, congratulations. You guys are in the state semis for the second straight year. Today, I commented upon it a little bit on the broadcast. As that first set, it kind of seemed like you guys were a little bit out of sorts, not maybe as crisp as you were against Corey in the first set of that match. Yeah. Just kind of talk to me about, even if you're struggling a little bit, about how you guys kind of plow through and pick each other up.
Yeah, so what our team does is we always look at each other and we tell each other to get the next one. We always tell each other not to go on big runs or not let the other team go on big runs. So we always try and side out. Once we get that point back, then we gain some momentum. And then from there, we just, keep getting points.
Yeah, that's one. That's another thing I said, that it's a really noticeable characteristic of your team is you don't let your opponents get big runs.
Right.
And it's even like if you make a mistake and you give them the service, you guys are so good at moving on to the next point and shutting that down. And I feel like that's what, even when you're not playing your best volleyball offensively, I feel like your defense is able to keep you guys in sync.
Yes, I 100% agree. I think we work really hard on defense. Like this whole week, we were working really hard on getting those first touch passes, and then we work a little bit on blocking and hitting, but we mainly focus on those, perfect passes to the middle so we can run our 3 offense.
Quaker Valley, you guys met them on this same court in the WPIAA semifinals, and you knew that they were going to come out gunning for you in this match.
Yeah.
How did you guys weather that storm a little bit and be able to kind of counter their punches?
We remembered what they did to us the first game, and we try to practice, their left side and right side attacks. And like I said, the defense was the main point of it. So I think that we just watched some film and we knew what they had and what we had to protect for. And I think that we came out really strong against them. We knew what they had and we knew how to defend it.
You guys are going to face the winner of Phillipsburg, Osceola, or Shenango.
Yeah.
Could be a possible rematch of that WPIAL championship game. What are you hoping for as a player? You know, obviously Phillipsburg, they're District 6. You guys don't see them throughout the year. You got Shenango. You beat them in the WPIAL championship. They were the only team to take a set off you guys in this postseason so far. So what are you as a player hoping for?
I'm hoping for Shenango because we know what they have. We know that they have those two really good outside hitters, and we know where their setter is going to go 99.9% of the time. So I think that if we play Shenango again and we side out on those hitters, I think we'll be completely fine.
How special is it for you and your teammates to go back to the state semis for the second year in a row? Obviously 3A last year, but 2A this year. But still, you're going deep into a state tournament. How special is that?
It is so special. You know, winning WPIALs and we got like a pretty good seeding. It's just awesome because like we knew that we all wanted this and we set goals for ourselves in the beginning of the season, and making it this far was definitely one of them, or top of the list. So I think that like if we win on Tuesday, that's going to be a huge accomplishment for us.
All right, Sid, congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you.
We're waiting to thanks to Sydney Selker. We'll see who's next coming up here. It's going to be Elena Whitlinger, and I have a question for her right off the bat. So, Elena, just jump in there. Oh, you're taller than Sid, so I got to put the camera up a little bit more. There we go. Elena Whitlinger, thanks for joining me. You got the match-ending kill right there, and it looked more of like a sigh of relief after it went down than like a big celebration. Just talk to me about getting past Quaker Valley again, and you know the feeling of like, whew, you know, we did it.
So it's like, it was a relief because last time we played them, like we didn't play very good. We still won, so I was like, okay. And then this time we played well and we beat them, so we were like, whew, thank God, we're going to the semifinals.
Yeah. You know, I asked Sydney, you know, it's a possibility you could see Shenango again. They play Phillipsburg, Osceola this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So you have to wait a little bit to find out who's going to be there and who you guys are going to face in the semifinals. But you as a player, do you want to see Shenango again, a rematch of the WPIAL championship?
Honestly, it just whoever we play. It's like not a big deal to me. Like, I don't know.
Well, that's because you're a sophomore, and you've made such a jump this year. I feel like your comfort level is very noticeable out there with these older players. Just talk to me about, you know, feeding off the veterans on this team.
It's just like they've been here so long, and then they know that like you can't beat yourself up over one minor mistake. So then they'll like come to you about it. They'll be like, "Hey, don't worry, it was like a good hit," or like I shanked it, say, and then they'll just be like, "It's fine, you'll get it next time."
How nice is that as a confidence builder to have those experienced upperclassmen just come over and instead of getting on your case about a mistake, you know, kind of patting you on the back?
Yeah, so it's just like it just really helps my confidence because I don't have like. I beat myself down, and I don't have other people beating me down too.
Yeah,
like,
well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
Let yourself be the one that punishes you. Well, just, you know, you guys are back in the state semis again. Last year, you know, you played Hampton in the state semis in 3A. This year, you guys are in 2A. You've only dropped one set in this entire postseason run through the WPIALs and now in states. Does that ever creep into your mind? Like, hey, we got to get these guys in straight sets, whoever you're playing?
No, we just really like if we beat them, we beat them. Like
a win's a win's a win.
Yeah.
Well, Elena, congratulations! Another nice match for you tonight, and we'll see you in the state semis.
All right. See you.
Thanks to Elena Whitlinger. Got Cassidy Dell coming up here. Hey, Cassidy. Now, when you go back and you watch this match, I don't want you to think that I was being critical of you, but in the first set, I said it didn't look like your typical self. I feel like, you know, there were some attack errors early for you, and it just didn't seem like you were as crisp as you were in that Corey match or as you have been throughout the season. So like I said, don't take it as criticism. But did you feel that at all? And talk about how your team was able to pick it up.
Going into this game, I have been sick the past couple of days, so I wasn't feeling very well. But I think a lot of it was mental. Like after you make that one mistake, I was like, oh. But I have amazing teammates, and we like picked each other up every single time one of us was down, and we played together really well.
Well, I hope you feel better. I mean, a win to go back to the state semis, that'll help a little bit with the sickness. But I know I played sports my whole life, and when you're not 100%, when you're under the weather, your body starts to play tricks on your mind. And that actually gives me a lead into what I wanted to ask you next, because you did pick it up in the second and third sets. I thought you started to get back to what you expect when you see Cassidy Dell out there. Did you feel, a little bit better after you guys got that first set under your belt?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, confidence always helps. So when you win the one, you want to win in three. So we really knew coming into this game what we wanted to do, and that was to put the ball away and win in three.
That quick set that you guys run when Josie's in the middle, it really, really was pretty much unstoppable tonight. I think she had maybe one attack error on it, and maybe they blocked it twice, but it was really an unstoppable play. Now, you as the setter out there, when you see something like that working, does Coach Phillips give you the freedom to keep going back to it?
Yeah, I mean, he gives me and Grace a lot of freedom. He doesn't really, tell us what choices to make and stuff. But Josie was on fire tonight, and you see her put one ball down, and you're gonna keep going back to her.
How much, does that kind of amp you guys up when you see her make such a solid kill like that? Or Sid too. I mean, she put down a couple of hammers today too.
Yeah. It really gets us excited. The energy definitely gets picked up, and everyone starts playing better.
This is your senior year, so obviously, I mean, it's win or go home for forever in the high school career at this point. How special is it for you to get back to the state semis, and you guys are looking really, comfortable heading into, one of the deepest matches of the season? There's only two more after this.
It feels great. Last year we had some business we need to clean up. We lost in the semis last year, so we really want to finish it this year.
I brought that up on the broadcast. It's interesting that you said it. And I was speaking to one of the guys for the PIAA here today, and I said, I've been covering Freeport for a long time. I said, there's something about this team. He goes, well, yeah, they're used to it. I said, what, on the broadcast? I said, yeah, you guys are used to being here, used to be in the state tournament pretty much every year. But is there a sour taste in your mouth from that match last year in the semis? And like you had told me before, you and the other seniors put down your goals on the whiteboards, and it was Whippeals and states.
Yep. Yeah, last year definitely is in our mind. Didn't get as far as we wanted to, but this year, we want to come finish what we started. Definitely.
Well, you guys are looking great. Congratulations, Cassidy. Another nice match, another nice win.
Thank you.
Yes, I do.
There you go, Josie Russo.
Hello.
Can you pull the mic a little bit closer? There you go. Josie, I got something to tell you here before we get into the interview portion. You're the tallest one, so I got to keep putting it up. Elena was first, and now I got to put it up a couple more inches. But Cassidy, after I talked to Cassidy, I saw you coming up here, and I wanted to tell you, you are our Rockefeller's Sports Grill Player of the Match.
Thank you.
So as soon as I get to Rockefeller's, which I was supposed to do yesterday, but I didn't because of the football game, you got a $25 gift card to Rockefeller's.
Wow, thank you so much.
And thanks to Rockefeller's Sports Grill for being our sponsor for Player of the Match, and congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So I was saying to Cassidy, and I wanted to talk to you about that quick set when you're in the middle. It was pretty much unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, it was.
How does it feel for you when you put that first one down and it's just like a smash of a kill? Does that give you the mindset that, like, hey, I can do this all night?
It definitely does. It gives me a lot of confidence because I know that I can put the ball down, and with the double block, I knew that as long as I hit around, I'll be good.
I have a question for you because it seemed like you were placing it perfectly. Do you pay attention to where the block is going to be before you go up, even though it's a quicker play?
Yeah, I do. I can tell, like, okay, the block's to my right, so then I hit to the left, or my block's to the left, so I hit to the right. I kind of have to look at two things at once, like the block and the ball, to make sure that I'm not hitting into the block.
Yeah, I mean, you weren't missing tonight, whether it was Grace or Cassidy setting you up. I really feel like it was kind of a game changer, your play there in the middle, and not just offensively. You had a couple of really big blocks that seemed to fire up your team as well. How much, what do you like better, putting it down on that quick set or, stuffing somebody real bad?
Oh, gosh. I love both. I love doing both because they both just get not only the team hype, but me hype and give me more confidence and that I know that, okay, I'm watching the ball or I'm watching the block.
When I talk to you girls after these matches, it's very evident that you all love the game.
We do.
And one thing Coach Phillips has said to me a couple of times in the past is he's like, I really have to slow these girls down in practice. He's like, God forbid somebody gets hurt in a practice because you guys go so hard, even whenever you're not playing a game. How does that mindset help you throughout, not just the regular season, but also in the playoffs when the matches get more and more important? How much does that mindset of just like battling for every point, no matter whether it's practice or not, help you guys in these matches?
Yeah, so with practice, we practice like we play. And if we have a great practice before, we know that we're going to play well. And I think that with the playoffs, especially, we can go home anytime. So I think battling for points or for plays, we know that we have to put the ball down and we have to get this point or else we're going home.
Yeah, and, you're a junior, obviously, but you got a really great senior class on this team. And I said to Cassidy, it's win or go home for the rest of your high school career for her and, Ava, the rest of the seniors. How much do you guys, you guys that aren't seniors, how much do you play for those girls that are above you?
So much. We make sure, even like I pretend like it's my senior year. Like, okay, if we're done, we're done. So I put myself in their mindset and say, okay, I have to push super hard, not only for them, for the whole team, but also for me.
Well, congratulations to you, Josie Russo, our Rockefeller Sports Grill player of the match. I'll get you that gift card, I promise, because I know we got at least one more match here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Climbing over the railings there, Ava. Well, I'm joined by senior libero Ava Soilis right now. And Ava, I was talking to the girls, and Cassidy especially, I asked this question of her, and it applies to you too. It's win or go home now for the rest of your high school career. It's not like, oh, we lose and I get to come back next year. How much does that fuel you and the rest of the seniors on this team to just keep pushing forward and ultimately get to that final goal?
Yeah, that's all we want right now. Practices have been tough, and it's at some point it's like, wow, we're so tired. Like, this is a lot, but we have the end goal in mind. And I think from last year, I think our all still have that feeling inside of us of losing in that semifinal game. So I think going forward, this next game is where we're really going to make the push and be like, this is it. Like, we're going for it. There's nothing else left. Like, we want to get to that final.
Yeah, last year you guys were 3A, played Hampton for the third time. You beat them in the Whippeals and then obviously fell in the state tournament. Did that leave a really sour taste in your mouth? Because Cassidy, like when I was asking the question, I could already tell she was annoyed.
Absolutely, yeah. I think we just saw them so many times last season that it could have gone either way every single time. And, they were a great team last year. They're still a really good team this year. So I think, yeah, that was a tough one, yeah. But I think we're excited to go forward. And, we might see Shenango in the next round. And I think we have a lot to improve on since we saw Shenango last. We didn't play our best game by far at all. And I think right now we're playing really well. And I think, getting our middle started really early is, how we're going to succeed against the teams going forward.
You must be a coach's daughter because you led me into my next question, which was the possibility of facing Shenango again in the semifinals. They play Phillipsburg Osceola here at 2 o'clock, so you got to wait a little bit to see. But a rematch of the WPIAL championship match, and also, that's the team that's taken the only set from you guys this postseason. And how much would you like to see them again?
Yeah, I would love to see them again. It was a bitter. I think it was a bitter ending between us the last time. They had some things to say about us afterwards. So I think we just really want to come at them strong and really show them why we took them in the Whippeal and why we're going to take them again in the semi.
Oh man, some bulletin board material between Shenango and Freeport. I love it. Ava, your role on the team, you remind me so much of Claire Kreitzer, and we've talked about this. The way that she played in that 2017 state title run, it's very similar to the way that you're playing right now. And I know that you guys are both very fierce competitors. Do you guys ever bump heads? And if you do you take positives out of it? Like, it doesn't seem like anything lingers, but it does seem like she's pretty on your case a lot.
Yeah, I don't think we bump heads really. I think she just gets on me for the little things because she knows I could do it, and she knows I made a great play the last time, but if I was in this spot, I'll make an even better play. So I think just little things she gets on me about, I'm glad she does, because it's just going to put me in a better position to get the ball up and set us up for a good attack.
I spoke with Cassidy a little bit. She said she was under the weather the past few days because I told her, I said, don't think I'm being critical here, but you didn't look like yourself out there. And she said, oh, I've been sick. And I said, that really speaks to how good you guys are as a team, being able to pick each other up. Maybe somebody's not playing their best. Maybe somebody doesn't feel well or is dealing with an injury or a sickness. But the depth that you guys have and the talent that you guys have, you're able to pick each other up. Just talk about that mentality of always playing for the girl next to you.
Yeah, we really just don't leave anyone behind. You know, if someone's having a bad day, we're like, so what? We're going to play anyways. We're going to pick them up, and we're going to make sure they get the kills they need to be confident, or a pass, or what it is, like a good serving run. So I think just reminding our players that if you are having a rough game, we'll be there to help you, and we'll be there to push you to make the play better.
Excellent. Ava Soilis, congratulations. Back to the state semis.
And then shout out to my family if you guys are watching.
Oh, they're definitely watching. I always talk to your mom and dad, and I know there's family all over these great United States that are tuning in to watch you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Congratulations. Whoa, easy.
I'm going to make it short and sweet because we have reservations.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm good.
I think you're good too, and I think your team's pretty darn good. And you know what I said to Cass, and I didn't realize she was under the weather, but I said she didn't look like herself in that first set. But the way that you guys are, and I just said it to Ava, it just, the depth, the talent, the discipline, you guys are always able to pick each other up.
I knew coming in that Cassidy wasn't feeling well, and I refused to even. There was one point that I made eye contact with her when we first got here, and all I looked and said to her was, "Go play. You know, put it behind you." I know she's a tough cookie, and I know she was pretty sick today, but you know, that's what good teams do. They you know, they persevere. They keep pushing. I think as a group today we played excellent. I think our middles were fantastic. It was a total team effort today.
Yeah, I gave Josie the Rockefeller Sports Girl Player of the Match. I thought she earned it. I thought she deserved it because offensively there was really no answer for her from Quaker Valley.
You know what? Her and Hadley have been working extremely hard. We have 2 pretty intense days of practices where we worked a lot on staying in system and getting the ball to our middle and not making Cassidy try to set middles from behind the 10-foot line. So, you know, I think it all worked out really well today from that standpoint. And I think we were clicking on all cylinders today. So it's time for us to celebrate a little bit. Our banquet's tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
We have our banquet tomorrow. And I guarantee you we'll be back in the gym Monday and be rip-roaring and ready to go, no matter who we play or where we play.
Coach, I know you said you had reservations, so I won't keep asking you questions, but how special is it to get back to that state semi match? You guys fell last year in 3A. A lot of girls, a bitter taste in their mouth. I'm sure you as well. How special is it to get back there and have a chance to advance?
It's very special. And, you know, the thing that we talk about is unfinished business. That's the one thing that we talk about. You know, we kind of, you know, let things flip a little bit last year. You know, we would have loved to play it in the state championship match, but, you know, take nothing away from Hampton. Hampton was a very good team also, you know, just the same as this Quaker Valley team. This Quaker Valley team is loaded with weapons. You know, they're a very, very good team. And to get them 3-0, you know, it speaks volume to me. So, you know, I couldn't be happier. I'm happy that we're moving along, but I'm very hungry right now.
Hey, last question. Where are the reservations?
Monticello's.
All right.
Yep.
I'll see you there.
Okay, great. All right, buddy.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
Thanks to head coach Tom Phillips.
All right.
Congratulations once again, Coach. And the Freeport Yellowjackets moving on back to the state semifinal match. They will face the winner of Phillipsburg, Osceola, and Shenango. And we at High Top Sports Network certainly hope to be there. There are some possible hurdles we may have to overcome or not overcome. Folks may be familiar with NFHS. They have the ability to step in and take whatever PIAA state semifinal match they choose. And last year, you know, we followed Freeport along. And until the state semis, whenever NFHS stepped in, and we did not get to broadcast that Freeport-Hampton match in 3A. Hopefully this year, they'll know their role and let the people who have covered this team all season long be there for that state semifinal match. But until we find that out, let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully, we will be involved. One thing I know we will have next week, and that'll be Freeport football. They face Bell Vernon in the WPIAL semifinals in the 3A bracket. So that is one thing that'll be on the docket here as we slowly make the transition from fall sports to winter sports basketball. Just about a month away. And boy, if you followed High Top Sports Network last year, you saw us in the gym all the time, all over the place. Picked up a lot of basketball games last year, so looking forward to doing the same this season. But before that, hopefully we've got some volleyball, and obviously we're going to have some football next Friday night. So thanks for tuning in over the past couple of days for our playoff football and volleyball coverage here on High Top Sports Network. Thanks to Tony's Pizza and Cafe in Sarver for being our scoreboard sponsor this afternoon. And thanks to Rockefeller's Sports Grill for being our player of the match sponsor. Thanks also to Douglas Insurance Services, located right next to the high school as well. Thanks to Marie and all the ladies for being a sponsor of yesterday's football coverage. And we wanted to thank them again today. You can check them out for all of your insurance needs. And thank you to Dr. Hepner at Armstrong Orthopedics. Dr. Hepner, 21 years as one of the best orthopedic surgeons in the region, specializing on hip and knee replacements. He's located at Armstrong County Memorial Hospital. And speaking of ACMH, we want to thank their Concussion Care Clinic, as they were a sponsor of last night's football game here at Freeport. Thanks to ACMH Concussion Care Clinic. And concussions are a part of sports. They happen when you play sports, contact sports. Doesn't matter if it's football, soccer, basketball, hockey. I mean, there's plenty of ways to get a concussion while you're playing sports. Trust me, I know. And these folks at ACMH, state-of-the-art treatment, innovative treatment. So please check them out if you've suffered a concussion or are just interested in finding out more. Maybe you had a concussion, or your child or athlete had a concussion a couple weeks ago, and you want to see, hey, what should I be looking for after the fact to see if maybe something is lingering? ACMH has all of the answers for your concussion care. And of course, thanks to Steffi's Country Catering. Terry Steffi, just a legend, and also a fantastic sponsor of High Top Sports Network. He has been with us since the very beginning. And Steffi's Country Catering, I can't say enough about Terry. He's not only fantastic food and just tremendous portion sizes. I mean, that's if you know me, I'm all about the portion sizes. I mention it all the time. But thanks to Terry just for being a longtime supporter of High Top Sports Network. And, he sponsored both of our football games last night. So I wanted to say thanks again to him this afternoon. Thanks to all of our great sponsors on HTSN. And thanks to you out there for tuning in, no matter where you found the game today, whether it be on hightopsportsnetwork.com or on our social media platforms, High Top Sports on Facebook, at @hightop_sports on Twitter, or on our YouTube page. This game was also broadcast live on the Trib High School Sports Network. So wherever you found us this afternoon, thank you so much for tuning in. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your weekend.